It is time for our campaign as our brave heroes, after summoning Carolus, has now been going various places trying to chase down some information. Kelly, trying to get some information from her brother, had some statements she has to think about. With Goose saying poignant things. We've yet to see if Kelly realized them or not, as now we have Ace having taken a key from Calder to go to his room. So, with that, Ace, you're able to easy enough get past everybody who's now going outward to class. The cleaning staff have not shown up just yet, able to slip the key that you lifted from Goose's pocket into the door, and it easily opens as you slip in and see a fairly well maintained room. Everything is neat, put away. On the desk and the walls are what appear to be various pieces, whether it be armor or an antique kind of desk set, pens, and writing implements that seem to bear craftsmanship that is hundreds of years old and has been maintained. The maintenance kits for these things, polish and whatnot, also you can be found here. It seems someone who has inherited much, but also keeps the things that he has quite nice.
Interesting. Can I look around for he's gonna look around for anything that's one, he's gonna be looking for the dagger, the one that the ghoul told him to look for, if just straight out, and he's gonna look for anything locked or any kind of like false floor in a cabinet or something. Any kind of hidden compartments, things like that.
Absolutely. Go ahead here and give me finesse.
And that is 17 with hope.
17. Oh, good. You look around, and as you look about the desk, you realize it's not anything standard that has come with the normal desks in here. That was provided. Its wood is far too old and polished. The woodwork far too immaculate. And as you can see, and you get down on the underside, you see what appeared to be 7 roses carved in relief on the underside. And they circle what appears to be some central circle or orb. And as you look, you can see that it can turn. And you listen carefully and say, with this roll, you are able to realize this is a combination, and you are going to be able to figure this combination out. You can tell me what it is or how you understand and undo this locking mechanism.
Okay, so as it turns, I'd imagine Ace has experienced a lot of different locks in his life and things like that. So he probably He honestly probably just like as he turns it, he just feels it kind of indent inwards ever so slightly when it's at the correct points, which is something that most people would never be able to feel, but he just has that experience to know. As he turns it back and forth, he just feels it indent in, then push back out, so he knows to switch back the other way.
Absolutely. Feel that. And finally, it kind of detaches. And with it comes an entire drawer, essentially, that was worked in. It's kind of long and thin, not very high as it comes down. And there, the dagger was somewhat described for you, but as you look at it, what do you feel like is um a mark on the dagger that draws you in?
It probably has vines wrapped around the hilt.
Love it. So a vine hilted, the blade finely sharpened.
Like looks like it does.
Yeah, yeah, like it's like carved. Like
Yeah.
I would say they're probably like fashioned of jade, while very lightly around, inlaid in the hilt, and it's polished. The blade very finely maintained. You don't see any nicks in it whatsoever. And in and around you, in this, you can see that there is what appears to be a like sorry, there is parchment paper, a writing utensil, and a small wooden pigeon.
Interesting. I'm gonna take all of it.
Yes.
um, he's gonna look around to make sure no one's coming. And he's gonna look for any kind of journal. Like, does he have a journal out or anything like that?
Finding the journal here, you piece through it. It is almost more like a logbook, kind of saying, "Today we learned this. I found it interesting." It's very dry, and given your background here and what you've been doing in this world for a bit of time, this is very much typically the very public journal, the one the people expect to be found or inspected. Um, it's more about showing where they might be, always with various people, always establishing alibis, a very common practice among nobility. Um, Not even one that you'd think, oh, they must be up to something. Just they always want to be able to. They generally don't spend much time alone because of the things they could be accused of. And so there's kind of it almost reads more like a logbook than where he'd put in any type of thoughts or personal feelings.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm still gonna take it to put him in a worse position.
Nice.
And is he going to try to slip out with everything he found?
Very good. As you do, as you pass by the large mirror, you see someone behind you, smiling.
I turn.
There's no one there.
Ace punches the mirror.
Give me a strength.
19 with fear.
Okay. You punch the mirror as it shatters. You will take 1 damage here, and you hear voices. What was that? And there's commotion running down the hall towards the room.
Shit. He's kind of like snaps out of it, realizing he probably shouldn't have done that, and tries to run.
Okay, trying to run down the hallways.
Yeah, or just like out a window. He'll dive out one if he can.
We're gonna go a window dive.
Yep.
You got it. Give me agility.
Yes. I'm gonna use thief. Actually, the thief to.
Yeah, this will work. Thief experience in jumping out windows.
I have 17 with fear.
Okay, you leap through down and into branches where you're sort of cushioned enough, but it's one of these where you're nailing your quiet here, but the idea of being in control of your fall is totally eluded you, and you fall quietly but wrong. As you feel your ankle twist entirely the wrong direction, and pain shoots up your leg, and you will mark 2 stress.
Right, that's 2 HP.
Oh, did you have no room for stress left?
Yeah.
All right, you only mark an HP per instance.
Oh,
I
per
give you
instance.
stress.
Cool.
All right, so this really is a sprained ankle.
Yep. Hits the ground as it's just like knee pops out wrong. He's like, oh. He's like slowly tries to put it back in place. Just like hobbles his way out of like away from the dorm.
I love it. All right, with that, who would like to take the next spotlight?
I think back in the room, Parados kind of had finished Liza's dress and started kind of like working on Kelly's, revising and changing things and finally settling on something, and worked on it a little bit, but then kind of shut down for the night in kind of like pensive meditation kind of, and thinking about the explosion in that burst apart the room, and thinking about like how, like, who would have been able to gain entry in other than which teachers would have come down here and like been known to come down here, because one, the guards that had been outside had, I don't think, like, seemed to have any idea what happened, and an explosion in this room would have made them come in, but they didn't seem like they knew we had escaped and come back.
I don't know that the guards were even here when we got back after the explosion.
Then it would be like interesting on whether or not it was them who did it, or they were called away and somebody else did it. So I think Peridot would, after resting because it's been a traumatic night, go about in the early hours, like figuring out if there was anything left here.
All right. And this is where you have Careless too with you all.
Yes.
Cool. And so this
But
is Peridot and who else?
I know that Lies, Nayland, and Carolus are in the room, at
Okay.
least.
Yes.
Okay. So you're trying to determine some things. Is everyone helping, like also doing this, or what's?
Wise is going to look to Careless and go, actually, maybe all of us could get on this. Peridot, we haven't done this in a while. We really want information. Why don't we try to do a seance?
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Peridot kind of seems like she's a little bit out of it. A little stressed, you know?
Who are you hoping to seance, guys?
Well, there's always spirits. I mean, they're everywhere. We might not see them, but I'm sure there's many here, and I'm sure there's many that would love to speak. So maybe they saw something.
Okay, but be careful. The last couple spirits Ace and I saw were really unhappy.
Well, that's why we have Careless now. The perfect person to make sure an unhappy spirit leaves happy, right, Careless?
Are you holding a log, Matt?
Yes.
Stop.
A crown made of mirrors cuts deeper than iron.
The art department make Careless a log. Because I have to give them my hands up. But back. Yes, I'm going to start this seance. Lies quickly lays out the cards and has everybody grip hands, as I'm going to spend a favor here to allow a spirit to take over, to allow the group to ask questions.
Careless continues to hold on to a log and allow someone to touch her log, and then we'll hold the other hand for someone else, treating the log as a person.
Peridot, I think that's you. I can touch the log.
Peridot reaches out, touches the log gently. Does it feel that do I get a weird feeling?
Feels like a log.
Okay.
And Careless will look at you. She's quieter today. The roots are listening.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Lies.
Yep. I'm spending my favor, and I am going. Would you like me to roll for this?
So your favor allows you to do commune, right?
Not with this character. This is me
Okay.
just trying to use my experiences and being in touch with ghosts and the GM, hoping.
Okay. Yeah, do a spellcasting roll.
Okay.
I would like to give you one of my prayer dice. You can add a +3.
Well, then this is going to be. Let's see what I make out of all of this. It's a critical success, first off.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
But if we're all adding it up, that's 18 plus 3 is a 21, plus 8 is a 29.
Okay. In that case, what spirits are you looking to reach out to?
I think that's why I was hoping to make a group seance, because I wanted to mainly whoever wants to lead this investigation to try to bring in that spirit. So I think Peridot is leading the investigation, right?
Yeah, I'll do it.
So then, Peridot, what type of spirit are you looking for? Yeah.
I think Peridot would be thinking about the spirits that we had encountered, Ace and I encountered in the Grave of Crowns or whatnot. I forget the full name of it, but like those people, especially probably whoever was the one who had the royal clothier badge, because that's what she has in her bag, and like she's been thinking about it. So I would think she's thinking about those ghosts and thinking particularly about that particular ghost. So I feel like in this situation, Peridot's not thinking she's leading it. She thinks Lies is leading it, but her magic is like kind of like tapping into the. I'm wiggling my fingers. The vibes in the system.
Interesting.
So unconsciously, she's calling out to that spirit.
So which spirit? I'm sorry, I got lost a little bit there.
So in the graveyard that Ace and I went to,
Gotcha.
this particular spirit that was the crown clothier, whose like emblem Peridot had taken and grabbed and brought out with her, and it became solid.
Gotcha. All right. With that, you see them rise. Their eyes green. The rest of them this pale blue. Doll, doll, little doll, soul of stolen joy. Why have you called me?
How much does she look like Peridot?
She rises and you stare. You can see the face as the girl your glamour puts you on to be. While at the same time, around the edges, the ears, and the fingertips, places where the glamour fails, revealing the doll. So very much so.
Oh my God, we're twins. Alan, are you seeing this?
Does this apparition or figure give the same impression that the blue figures in the like void realm in 404 did when Nayland fell through the shadow on the ground?
It's similar.
Okay. Then in the shadow hole, Nayland had discerned that these figures looked like us because of the blue rose magic that bends the space around us. And that allows us to slot into the world here. And that those were in fact our alter egos or aliases.
Right.
Is that this as well?
I mean, it seems similar to that, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that when you're viewing, you should be viewing those people. Yeah.
Gerardo, I think that's whose life you're walking in.
Oh. Right. We've called you here to ask you for help, for answers, if you can give them.
To what questions?
Do you know what destruction recently befell this space?
Indeed. The singing bomb. It comes back to it again. And singing bomb happened here.
Do you know where the singing bomb came from? Who it came from?
Kind of looks. I did not see. I was not here. But kind of sniffs. And puts out their tongue a little bit. It's ghost tongue. The taste of salt is here.
What happened to you? Do you know?
Again. Not everything. It's gone. And everything gets dimmer. But she kind of runs her hand on the floor. We had found something. Someone wanted to do something horrible. Destroy the peace. We put their plan in danger. I don't remember what else.
Does the sixth banner mean anything to you?
Yes. Yes. No one shall again oppose the sixth banner.
Were you a part of the sixth banner?
No. That's the last thing I heard. With ears of flesh.
Is there anything you need? A way to rest?
The fuse is not yet lit. Those who hold the match must be found. Justice. Once the danger is gone, we can leave.
Do you know what was in this book? And Nayland pulls out the journal with the blue rose emblem on the front and the pages torn out.
No, but that's a whisper book.
What is a whisper book?
A few families had them. Or have them. They tell you things. You break them down. Often gives guidance. Meant to be great gifts given long ago. That's all I know. Usually no one tells anyone else that they have one. Something only passed down to an heir.
Nayland looks to her friends if there's anything else they want to ask.
I would ask them if the about the singing bomb, if they had said that it had it had happened before and it was going to happen again, kind of thing. That if like how big of a bomb are they talking? Like, was it a room size? Was it a school size?
So you have seen them before?
Yeah.
They're between the size of like a baseball and a softball.
I think what Peridot's more asking is like the scale of like what damage that like had happened to like that they had seen and possibly like interrupted. Was this like a plan to like make the whole school explode?
Gotcha.
Kind of thing, or was it just like to interrupt like something in a room?
Just a little stanza, enough for fear to spread and peace to crumble.
And that's what they want, right? Fear.
Yes.
And
yes.
revenge. Right?
Seems to be nodding.
Because and Peridot would then kind of like look to the others and be like, if there was only one person left of a whole family and their whole family was killed, I bet they'd have a lot of feelings of revenge.
A nod. I would say it's much easier to be in control without peace.
Did Lies want to ask anything?
So, Lies seeing this connection with this entity that Peridot brought and Peridot's body, in the form of it, I would like to, Matt, if it's okay, because the ghost mentioned seeing something kind of, or finding something, right? But it didn't really mention what it found. So I would like to spend a stress here to kind of force the ghost to let Peridot see that last memory, since they share that same connection.
Okay. And I will pass that. Peridot, what do you feel like you see?
This is the image of like their death, or
No, they said that they found something, but they never
Oh.
described what they found that
Oh,
was
what they
like
found.
important when Nayland was talking to him.
I think what they found, like what you see, what Peridot sees, is this little girl and her friends, and they're part of like they're having like a get together to get ready for prom, and they hear something. They're like strolling down one of the walks on campus, and they hear something chanting, words being said kind of like on the breeze, and they find it just so strange, and they follow it, and it's like flashes of just like following it into the woods, trees kind of like sliding in and out with fog, and there's a open mausoleum, and they go down the steps, and there's candles and more chanting. They see a figure of a person, but they can't see who it is. And there's all these plans, all these like writings in different texts, like on the walls. Some of them are just illegibly scribbled together, and they see sigils of the houses, and every single one of them has a knife through each one. And one of them, one of the kids, like steps back, and their foot crunches on a bone, and the figure turns to them, and then all of a sudden is gone, and then one by one, each of them starts falling over, and then everything just goes dark.
If there's nothing else, I let the spirit go.
All right, with that, we fade.
Peridot, what do you see?
It was really scary. It was so cold. Everything started out so warm, and then it got so cold, and there was all these like plans about the houses, and someone really whoever's doing this really wants all of the houses gone. I think whatever they found, they found the plans, and either they spooked him or they stumbled upon what they were doing, and I think they all died from it. But it was in a mausoleum. But if it was the same one that Ace and I went into, nothing was there except a bunch of ghosts that really didn't like us there.
Is there more than one mausoleum on this grounds?
And
Well,
if
the
they were
great-
discovered, they might have moved.
Yeah. And well, the graveyard has a few of them, mostly dedicated to the families.
Well, they could have also managed to pull off whatever they were doing. Well,
Okay, this was a really, really good idea, Lies. Classes are going to be starting soon, so I think we should break up for now. But we'll all meet up again at lunch, and we'll tell the others what we learned. And I guess we'll hear about Goose.
yeah. Be careful, guys. Have a good day.
Yeah, especially if if they're capable of throwing bombs in here, who's to say they won't try and attack us while we're heading to class?
I do want to bring up one point, though. When we weren't here, I guess this room was raided, correct? So, what happens if we leave our new friend that we found in this room while we're not here?
What do you mean?
So, supposedly people came into the detention room we're staying at, right? When we weren't
guess.
here.
Yeah, enough to drop a bomb in it.
Then, do we just leave Careless hanging out here when we're not here? Hoping that nothing happens to them. They don't get kidnapped, abducted.
I have an idea. So there were. I think since the bomb went off in the room, like there's a lot of like we've kind of like shoved a bunch of debris off into a corner. I would like to try to craft something quickly. Kind of like I'm thinking of kind of like a
Panic room?
No, like a brace of some sort, kind of like a I'm envisioning something like a grate or a grill where I can wedge it up in like the unused fireplace that we have, and Careless can hide up in there, sitting on it, kind of thing. And that way Careless won't be in the room. If something happens in the room, it might not necessarily hit them, like if they're hiding in like the chimney space.
Okay, so I mean, making a covering wouldn't be too hard, but you're trying to see if there is a space here. Yeah, I guess give me a finesse.
I'm going to use one of my prayer dice. To add +2. It's a critical success.
Ooh.
At first, I was like really panicked because it was like the color of fear, and then I was like, "Oh wait, it's 2 5s."
Very nice. In that case, you're able to find where I think looks like where once maybe this room was used for like hidden storage, but it had all been kind of carved out for the detention hall, so there's not hidden places, but there's still the crevices up top that you can see, and you can go ahead and place a grate enough there where it kind of hides Careless from view, where I think she could watch or be relatively undetected.
And it's not much Careless, but I have a couple of these, and like Peridot pulls out a little tiny like wrapped thing of a couple of bread rolls that she nicked from the work, like helping out in the lunchroom that she was saving in case anybody gets hungry in our sneaking around. Because technically Peridot carries rations, even though she doesn't need them.
Very nice.
And that way Careless won't be hungry.
Very good. Careless takes them. And... Thank you.
Before we leave, Nayland just pulls Liz into a hug and kind of just says low to her, I really missed you. I'm really glad you're back.
I'm glad I'm back too. I still don't know what happened, but maybe you can fill me in on it while we walk to class.
Sure. The parts that I was there for, he spent some of it alone. But yeah.
I'm still wondering what I did to bring Careless here. That's strange.
Well, unfortunately, that's one of the moments you were alone.
Oh well, maybe he wanted it. And she just smiles at you.
Right. Like the coffee guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
At
is
least
that guy anyway?
Who's what guy?
The coffee guy.
I mean, he's the guy.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You know, he's in charge of it all.
And Peridot kind of like gives this like brushing it off. Oh, silly lies. Kind of like look.
As we're all walking to class, Liz leans back, looks to the camera. They still don't believe me yet.
In that case, the most part, you are able to make your way to your mornings and your classes and whatever you'd like to do this morning. What everyone like to do?
I wonder how's Kelly's class is going.
I feel like Kelly didn't go to class. I think she went to. Is there like an admin building, like a administration building here?
I mean, more or less, sure.
Okay. She would have had Tamagotchi take her there this morning.
Okay.
And yeah, upon getting there, because she's trying to get some information about her parents in this world, because the conversation with Goose was a little weird in that area. Because he had kind of implied, or not implied, but explicitly stated some things that Kelly didn't think were true or might have been true. And if they were true, they were kind of hidden up until this point in regard to them. So she would have gone there. And I don't know with the technology here, if they have like a sending system or if they have any type of magic remotely related to that. But she is kind of interested in contacting them. And that's kind of the purpose of her visit.
Gotcha. I mean, the regular way everyone would do this would just be to write letters.
Oh, I know, but she actually wants to hear them.
Oh, so I wouldn't say any of that exists.
Okay. Well,
Like it's just this. I mean, everything's kind of done by letter writing.
would I know of any magic user students or teachers who have that type of ability here?
I mean, obviously, you'd probably. I mean, there would be your own kind of crew, and if your own crew doesn't have that, then maybe not. Anyone who would have that definitely doesn't make it public due to the amount of sheer requests they would get.
Okay. So in that case, I'll ask to see. I'll ask to see the files on her parents.
So going up there, I think so. Right away, you would know this would flatly be denied. So you'd have to come at this a certain way. They wouldn't like necessarily just go here, look at things like they're all private, that type of stuff. Especially since they're not really your parents, as far as the school is concerned.
So that's interesting to me, and that's the confusing part.
So they would kind of say, like, sure, they gave birth to you, but you no longer belong. Your rival house.
Okay, see.
So that's kind of what they would tell you. They go, and they'd begin, and it might be confusing, but that is how like they seem to say it seems to be very dry at this point, and it probably was a little less. Like it was one of these things. So you get an idea that it might have always been like this, but they were very soft about it, and with a lot of the tension, the fact that they believe you're a murderer at this point, many of them are just sort of like, yeah, no, you're not part of the house, and things may have actually moved since of your accusation. The fact that you're now a mass murderer, terrorist suspect.
So try to work with me here. How would I have to do something to get them to come to the school? Like I
mean, so if your idea is you want to get them to come, I mean there's a number of things you could potentially try. I mean, it would be some time because they'd have to, it's not like they're not going to necessarily the teleportation. That's again a lot of Polaris type of stuff. Your house not so much known for that high magic type of capability, or your previous house, I should say, the Vodame.
Okay.
I mean, she's trying to talk to him. I mean, she could try to like I don't know. I mean, it depends how badly you want, how much you're willing to risk on it. Like if you're trying to, because remember the other thing on here
Okay.
is on the farrier, someone might just come in here and chop your head off in the middle of the admin room. Right? You got to remember that. Like anything you do that gives them excuse to just kill you in front of the entire school without a trial, like they're itching for it. People just want to, and they will. They'll take you out to the square right now and take an axe, and it's the end of Kelly's story. Like that's the situation you've put yourself in. So just you got to like just keep those factors in mind as we're trying to figure it out.
Okay. It sounds like it's a dead end, so I'll pass the spotlight to someone else.
Okay. Might be just depends on how much you want to put forward into it.
Can I ask a clarifying question about the culture of the world that we're living in?
Sure.
Does it make sense for Kelly's family to have disowned her when she changed houses? Or does their behavior seem new because of Kelly's current predicament?
A little bit of a both and.
Got it. Okay.
Because it would be you're at this other house, they might start trusting you. You might want to betray us, but it was theoretically peacetime, and now with everything going on, there's a few things. There's the whole idea of, um, you know, one house, the wars might start again, and technically Polaris would have claim over Kelly because like they've been educated, they've been keeping her, like there is like that transition. She would have like gone through her life under their umbrella, but also now that she's a liability, her family might be doing everything they can to say no, she's Polaris's problem. If she did this, it was under the orders of Polaris. Which if they don't think they gave any orders for this to happen, they're almost certain that she's working for Polaris. So that's also the thing, like they must probably think that if they she's guilty, it's because Polaris is trying to hurt Vodane. Probably in their heads.
Got it. So there's a world where they're just reacting, and them disowning Kelly doesn't have to seem nefarious or anything like that.
Yeah, it's very like just.
It's a political move that protects them essentially, and in a way, kind of Kelly.
Correct. It does. It insulates that a little bit because there's no. They can't hurt Vodane by hurting her. So it's potentially just that. Indeed. Yeah, but like writing letters, maybe they respond. So there are ways to kind of do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kelly's not convinced. Okay, so based on the way that conversation went, Kelly doesn't even know if these parents are alive. And writing a letter isn't going to prove that. And so she was trying to see if she could get some type of communication that she could actually use as a verification that they are still there, because there are parts of what Goose said that didn't make a lot of sense to her, because it was the first time she'd heard things like being disowned and all that, because that's never been something that was established until that scene.
Correct.
So based on the way that conversation went, and based on some of the things Goose has said, she was trying to either figure out if Goose was telling her the truth or if there's something else going on. But she can't do that with a letter.
Yeah. So I would say your best bet, if you're trying to think of magical communication, is Polaris. You're in the magic house.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Right. So in that case, I would have gone to that teacher. What's her name?
Okay. All right. Keep in mind, everything might go to hell if you do. You were warned about this. She said, seeing her again could have dire consequences.
All right, never mind. I'll wait for the lunch scene. Y'all if y'all have something to do.
Ace actually does want to look through the journal he took, because even though it is just like I was with them on this date, he wants to see if there are dates before when we got here, and if there were times he was with Kelly.
Okay. Indeed, I think he'd write down times when he would write in, checked in with Kelly of Polaris. Transitioning well. A little worried. You do see some entries that start to read, seems paranoid. I don't know why she thinks everyone's out to get her. Having a rough time. These seem to be a little bit more recent. But others are more positive. Kind of depends whenever, like, just gives a general impression whenever he's met with her.
Got it. Cool. That's all Ace really wants to get done to like our lunch scene.
All right. In that case, anything before lunch? Morning classes or any leads anyone wants to chase down?
If I remember correctly, we didn't have the full schematics of the bombs, right?
I think you had pretty good ones, if I remember.
We did. I like, it's been a lot, so I'm like, did we have the schematics? I remember we both encountered them at some point, and then there was the area that Nayland accidentally blew up. Peridot had been thinking about the taste of salt that was mentioned during the seance, and she's wondering what that could mean in relation to the bombs themselves. If something involving salt, whether it's like some kind of like ingredient that has some kind of salt-like property to it, or if the taste of salt refers to something more like sadness or sorrow, and it was like a kind of like a deeper meaning.
Oh, that's right. So you're trying to figure this out how? In your class?
I think she'll be kind of like as she goes between classes, or like there's lulls in the morning class, whether we're supposed to be like doing work or something, and she has time to kind of just like really sit and think about it, because knowing that she's able to like create stuff and like think in schematics, like I think she would be thinking about it.
Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge roll.
That is, I kid you not, it is another critical success. I rolled 2 12s on a +0 knowledge.
Amazing. All right. So I think trying to remember, because some of your construction and the way that you would put things together have to do with kind of how they relate magically, and we remember from some of the spirituality and in dealing with either entities or kind of how magic is conjured with emotion would be that fear tastes like metal and love tastes like salt.
So like in her mind, she kind of like remembers this and is like thinking that when these bombs were constructed and the magic used to create them, like love was the primary like fueling factor.
Mhm.
So, but that sounds really different from like someone operating, especially like out of really intense revenge. Love for family would probably still be there, but revenge is a very I feel like Peridot thinks of like revenge as a very like strong, heated emotion that love can start from, like revenge can come from love. But revenge can be consuming, and that if this was someone who made a plan years prior or something prior, time wise prior, failed in getting what they wanted and is now doing it again, that the amount, like they would be consumed with revenge. They wouldn't be feeling as much like love when in crafting these. So somebody is helping them. There's more than one person involved in this, and it's somebody who feels like they're doing this out of love.
Mhm.
And Peridot's just like contemplating it like up until lunchtime, and she'll probably share some ideas later with them. I gotta get back to my conspiracy board.
I love it. To get a little bit more ideas here. Anything else before lunch? All right. In that case, you are all. Yep, you're all set to be here at lunch. How would you like to arrive?
Liz is already there helping serving food today.
Nice.
She doesn't eat, so today's her shift of serving.
It is Peridot's turn on cleanup duty, so whilst Liz is doing serving duty, she has to stay after. So she's already kind of like grabbed a table for everybody.
Nice. Table's all set.
Everybody comes through. Liz hands them meatloaf. Here you guys go. The special sauce is pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice to have food. It's like limps by.
Nice.
And then after everybody gets their food, Liz goes sits with the group, takes her tray, and then once we get down to the table, puts her tray into her bag for Carolus, because she saw Peridot pull food out for Carolus and is like, hey, that's a good idea. I don't eat. I can bring my food home. How was everybody's morning? Ours was a little weird after you two left.
This is also weird. But what happened to you?
Well, we had a seance, and I'm pretty sure we summoned the Peridot's other. I don't know, the ghost one that she's possessing. I don't know what to call them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a little weird at first, but you told us some great stuff. Also, Ace, why is your hand all bandaged?
Doesn't matter.
Why were you limping?
Also doesn't matter.
Why do things always happen to you when we're not around?
I don't know. It's just I get into fights, I guess. I punched a mirror and jumped out a window.
Whose mirror?
I think the mirror is just in the hallway. The window is just for fun.
Ace, this is really not a good time to be vandalizing.
I don't know. There's something following me. It only freaked me out.
Wait, what?
There's a thing in the mirror. When I turned around, it wasn't there. It broke the mirror.
What kind of a thing? What do you mean? Like the things we found in 404?
Did it look like that?
No.
No, it was just like a person, just like smiling, like some.
In a mirror?
Yeah, just in the distance behind me.
Would Peridot know about? I feel like she might, but I feel like her knowledge of like scrying might be a little bit different. But I feel like she would know that like mirrors or like reflect like things that show like a reflection can be used for scrying.
You would know that, yeah.
Yeah. Issa, someone could have been spying on you through the mirrors.
Well, that's a good thing I broke it.
Yeah, but they could be using any kind of mirrors to just keep looking in on you.
I don't actually have any in my room. But that is problematic everywhere else.
I mean, unless they were looking at the space you were in and you just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, where was the mirror?
In the hallway of the Fuldane dorm.
Wait.
I would immediately sus on that because I don't think there are any mirrors in the hallways of Voldane dorms as someone who used to be in Voldane
If I'm not
dorms.
remembering it right, is it not in the was it I thought the thing I saw was in the hallway. It was in like
It was in Goose's room.
Oh, okay, then I'm just remembering that I misunderstood.
No worries.
I thought when the thing was behind me was down the hall, so I just thought that it was outside in the hallway. Then never mind. I would have shared then I would have still lied about it probably. We'll continue going the way we have been.
And then but Peridot would immediately call you out on it and be like, "There are no mirrors in the hallways in Voldane."
I was on a different floor?
Ace. I know all the floors in Voldane.
Okay, fine. I was in somebody's room.
Is this more spy stuff for I forget what we referred to as the spy master other than spy master?
Yes. It's exactly what it is. I'm just getting some intel.
What did you take?
You take anything.
What did you take?
You obviously took something, whether it was tiny things or big things.
Ace, I'm just going to ask you one more time. What did you take?
Fine. He'll give you the journal.
I smell it.
Okay.
You were in Goose's room.
Yes.
Why?
Because that's how you get information on somebody.
Okay, do you realize how this now makes me look?
You asked for it. I didn't want to. I tried to not tell you. I kept trying not to tell you.
It doesn't matter if you tell me or not. It's better that I know. Now he's going to think I had something to do with that.
It's not that hard to blame me. I'm kind of known as a scumbag here. It wouldn't be that unbelievable.
He's not going to believe that. You should have heard the way he sounded.
I'm a little less worried about Goose and more worried about the Inquisition that's ready to execute us at a moment's notice.
Yeah,
wouldn't you rather have more people on our side than against us? I might have just completely screwed up this whole thing.
What do you mean?
By confronting him.
I don't think so. If anything, it just make him panic. We could just keep our eyes on him.
I don't know. He sounded pretty truthful. Really truthful. Seems to be worried about me being paranoid based on our conversation. Gee, Goose, I can't imagine why I'm paranoid. I can't even ask faculty question without risking death.
No.
How was your
No.
What?
How did it go when you talked to him? What did he say?
I think he was being honest. I asked him like leading questions and some deceptive questions just to kind of read him out and see what he might know, and I don't think he knows anything. Not about that. And based on the way the whole fictional family works at this point, he's probably the only one who even cares about me at all, and that could be now in real jeopardy.
Did you ask why he wanted us separate from the rest of the class?
I didn't have to. I'm not even convinced that's a true story.
Okay, well, I mean, I did my own sussing out of Drick when he said it, and I believed him. He seemed really truthful.
Well, and I'm telling you that Goose sounded really truthful.
All right, but I mean, I'm really good at reading people, Kelly.
And so am I.
Is there a possibility you're both right?
Yes, there is.
Also, I was thinking a lot about, the BOMBSs. And I remembered something. When you use magic, especially when it's charged with emotion, fear tastes like metal and love tastes like salt. And when we did the seance, the girl said something about the taste of salt. So I know we've been kind of thinking that like this has been one person doing all of this, and it's like the uh hang on, I can't remember the name. The sixth house, we'll just say that. It's the sixth house heir. But what if they have other people working with them? Because if they were doing at this for revenge, right? Revenge is like a really strong emotion. Love comes, I think, potent love is different. And even if revenge comes from a place of love, eventually it takes over. So the taste of magic for that would be different. So whoever's making these is really feeling intense things of love. It could be love for another person, romantic, but it could also be family love.
Peridot. I genuinely have no idea what we're talking about.
So we kind of summoned a ghost and talked to her, and she told us some things.
Yeah, I get that, but what's this about salt and metal? Where did that come from?
We've been under the impression that one person has been doing all of this, right? And that they're the person who's been trying to frame you, who made the bombs, who has figured out who's doing all of this to create to start the war up again, right? We've all been thinking it's the heir to the sixth house, right?
I feel like we got confirmation pretty early on that it was all the houses. Someone from all the houses were involved.
Oh, right. My brain.
But I did. Well, I guess I was thinking that, yeah, they're like secretly part of the sixth banner. Just spies in the other houses.
Yeah. But what if they're not just, what if they're not just spies? They're all actively aiding, and
What if? Hold on. This does bring a good point, Peridot, because what if they blame the 5 banners for losing somebody at the 404? Because this whole place was started to bring all the nations together, right? And the first accident happened there where people died, because it was a whole like grouped home. What if somebody did actually from each of the houses blame the nations for that and are looking to get a revenge plot by taking out all the kids again?
Well, maybe there's a much easier
Starting
way to
a war.
go about.
What, Kelly? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Maybe there's a much easier way to go about figuring this out. If there's somebody in each house who's blaming everybody, what if we take one of the houses out?
But that would really start the war, though.
Yeah.
That would take out like huge swaths of civilians. What are you talking about?
And one of us is from one of the houses, so that would mean one of us would be taken out. And we know you not offering yourself, right, Kelly?
No, of course not.
I'm just gonna say right now, I'm not gonna make any kind of check whatsoever. Peridot thinks that Kelly's gonna do some kind of self-sacrificing thing. She totally feels like Kelly would do it. She's not gonna outright say it to her face quite yet right now, because I think after everything that happened, she feels really, really bad.
But we don't have a plan.
I think we do have a plan tonight, actually. And we've been putting it off long enough.
The hot tub.
The roofs.
Do y'all remember when we were in the boat
Uh-huh.
and
In the
I
hot
had
tub.
the hot tub? Do you remember what I said?
I mean, my memory is a little blurry.
I talked about how we didn't do stuff like that enough, and how it was nice to have that happy memory just in case we were all about to die in that big battle we were about to walk into. I feel like that was the last time we as a group did anything remotely for ourselves. It's kind of like my last happy memory.
I do stuff for myself all the time.
That's good, Ace.
I do feel that it's been very stressful ever since we came here. We haven't really had a chance, and with war looming, it's even gotten more stressful.
Kelly takes out her dagger and puts it on the table. I was very convinced Goose was the enemy. You know what I told myself I was going to do? I was going to take out his eyes. But then I talked to him. And I believe him. What kind of a person am I that I was going to do that?
I mean, you're only going to do it if he had betrayed you, and I think that's pretty reasonable.
I don't.
I would have done worse.
That's why, Ace, I was okay with you coming with me. Because I knew you wouldn't stop me. So that's the true reason I went to go see him. I was going to blind him and give me back what I lost. That makes me kind of the enemy. Or the bad guy.
But it doesn't make you the bad guy, because you're sitting here still blind and you never followed through with it.
Yep. But I'd be lying if I said I know for sure I wouldn't do it again if I found the person.
And why would that make you a bad guy? It would make a bad action, but at the same time, the person that has done what they've done has taken many lives already. we've lost half of the class because of these people. We lost your favorite animal because of these people.
Snowball.
Exactly. So, I mean, they've already committed more crimes. If they're get caught, I'm sure they would be executed instantly and not even put on trial. And that's what we have to make sure happens, Kelly. Is that the right people get caught for this?
I agree with you, but I just wanted to say that out loud because you should all know who I am now.
You're somebody that knows and thinks about what they're going to do before they do it. Unlike some of us, she motions to probably herself and Ace, who have lit buildings on fire with people inside and then ran off to another world because of a conversation that I didn't totally understand.
Are we talking about Nayland?
Yes. How'd you know?
And Peridot
Imagine you were motioning to her.
And
Go ahead.
Peridot kind of reaches out her hands to you and Lies, and it's like, and something that I heard once. We all have bad thoughts, terrible thoughts. Sometimes they get into our mind out of nowhere. They creep in, and we try to forget them or try to ignore them because we think they're horrible things. But it's normal. It's life that our minds shock us that we could possibly think of these things. But it's when we decide who we are. If we're horrified or confused or disgusted by the thoughts that we have, and if we work to not give in to them, that we don't let them rule us.
She puts her dagger back.
Exactly, Kelly. I haven't burnt down Drick's room yet. See? We're all learning and to mature. So.
You want to burn down Drick's room?
What? Nothing. That wasn't supposed to be out loud.
Okay, so the roofs, right?
I'm thinking it's time we see what's up there. What do you think, Nayland?
Yeah, Careless's log said the hunger is up. So I think we have to go up.
Careless's log also said that a crown of mirrors cuts deeper than iron.
But it said what? You heard it?
Oh, yeah. Careless's no, I didn't hear it. Careless said it out loud. Careless said a crown of mirrors cuts deeper. Oh, mirrors, Ace. Is Careless's log?
Wait a minute.
Can they see into the future?
Ace, you saw someone scrying on Goose?
No, seems like they're scrying on me,
Did you
stealing from him.
Did you recognize him?
What did they look like? Do you remember?
Ace will describe what he remembers.
The smiling man.
I was not.
How much of a smile was it, Ace?
I was gonna smiling man. So
Is it pretty quick? Just like someone behind you smiling, you turned around, nobody was there, then you punched a mirror. You didn't take time to really look.
no, it's totally
You're
fair.
wearing what, any color? No.
I just got a smile. I turned around. There's nothing. I broke the mirror.
So they wanted you to find it. Possibly.
I mean, yeah. Now that we talking about it, I feel
Nathan?
Hmm?
I'm curious. Let's if I had done that,
Sorry,
What?
what?
To Goose. Have you been listening to the conversation?
Yes.
Um,
Curious if you had what? Taken his eyes? What are you
What?
asking?
I just do you think? What do you think?
I think that
Truthfully,
okay, truthfully, I don't know. I think it started like some weird I am a bit worse person in the Olympics, and we all started going around talking about how shit we are, as if that, I don't know, spoke to what you were feeling. Kelly, it's fine to think bad things. In fact, that's why you're good in the Blue Rose. I just said the same thing to Ace the other day.
did you stab Goose?
Well, no, that part of what we do is we have the capacity to understand why people act on their feelings. And it doesn't make them good or bad. Like Peridot was saying, I don't think it says anything about you other than you're a good agent. You understand why somebody like whoever is running the sixth banner might have these feelings of anger and vengeance. And I think it's good.
You think it's good? Okay. Well, yeah, because I mean, if we were playing the Olympics anyway, I mean, you're a far worse person than me, Aileen.
Oh,
She smiles.
I'm rolling my eyes, Kelly. I know you can't see it, so I figured I'd explain.
Oh, I know you well enough that I can picture it. Yeah. I'll cross that bridge later. But I am in favor of Lai's plan.
And I mean, take what I said with a grain of salt. You and I were the only ones with black robes in the last world, so.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we were evil. That's actually where I got that dagger from, actually, now that I think about it.
You're not evil.
Yeah, I
You
once
just
burned
have-
down. Sorry.
You just have evil thoughts sometimes. And that's okay. Because who doesn't?
I think when I was 12, I burnt down a store for like a falafel. I'm like not even kidding.
What's falafel?
It's some kind of food. It was pretty good. Shame I burnt it down. I also paid a lot of money.
Matt, this is a very late question. But Nalen's going to do a once-over in our immediate surroundings at the things that might be reflective surfaces, like people's weapons or the lunch trays. Are we being watched?
Oh my goodness.
It was a steak knife.
Movie logic.
Perfect. I think you start to let your eyes wander. You're trying to see. First of all, you can see various people have been looking, potentially listening. Since you're in a full lunchroom, to a lot of it, a few a little nervous, and as you look at one of the glasses, you think you see someone smiling.
No.
Now,
And
I have
then as you,
extensive
yeah,
experience with the smiling man in particular.
hmm
Is it the smiling man?
yeah.
Oh
Shut it up.
no.
No, it's not.
Then it's kind of gone, wiped away in condensation.
It looked like that.
Look at what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? What?
We do the flashbacks now
No,
where
nobody-
Kelly's been walking around and we keep seeing the smiling man looking and Kelly not seeing them.
Oh my god.
Nobody warns her.
Oh yeah, we've been being watched this whole time. That's what happened.
Did you see him again? Ace.
Nayland did.
How do you know? What are you talking about?
Oh wait, sorry.
I think as Nayland does when she's like super overwhelmed, she doesn't say anything, but she grabs Kelly's hand.
Ah! Oh, hi. Hey, that's Nalen's hand. Are you all right? I didn't scare you, did I? I did scare you. I knew I would scare you. I mean, I'm not thinking about stabbing you. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people all over the place.
Kelly, shut up.
Oh,
That was the smiling man. I thought you were just sort of bringing that up as a joke, but that was what? That
how do you know?
No, that can't be. We're not there.
What are you talking about?
We left there.
If I remember correctly, the smiling man was part of the darkest house, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Peridot never went through it, so Peridot would probably ask, like, who's the smiling man?
I think Kelly at first doesn't know what Nalen's talking about, except that she is grabbing her hand, and so she knows that that's like a serious thing that she's doing, because she doesn't do that unless it's like something that's. So I think she's kind of piecing together that she must have seen something. Okay, guys, maybe we should talk about this away from the sounds of other people. But
Right.
we'll tell you about it.
Okay.
Maybe on the way to the roof.
no mirrors, no metal, no anything.
Okay, my dorm room sounds perfect for this. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of ripped all of it off anyways.
For once, it's actually kind of nice to be blind.
Doesn't mean the reflections aren't there. That just means you can't see them.
No, means they're not there. Out of sight, out of mind.
That's like
Yeah,
that's like the first law of hide and
guys-
seek, Ace.
you guys,
No.
don't we kind of have to remove Kelly's glasses if we want to take her with us, right?
What? No,
Reflections.
don't do that.
Reflections.
Please don't.
I mean, Kelly will be fine. You'll be with us.
I don't want anybody looking at my eyes. It's least give me the
Wise will
blindfold.
take a scarf and wrap it around you.
Okay. Here.
But yeah, we definitely need to go somewhere, and we might need to stop by and grab our new foreign exchange student that's new here.
Oh, do we need somebody?
Yep,
guy?
we did. Remember, and they're hanging out in our room.
Oh. Oh.
Yep, because we probably should include them on this conversation, because I'm pretty sure that when I brought them that maybe. Uh-oh. Whoops.
Yeah. Maybe we should just have this conversation at the dorm room then.
All right. So, as you begin to have this, there's a commotion, and you can see coming down the long hallway that connects to the kind of cafeteria. You can see the high member of essentially the Inquisition, flanked by two guards with similar colors, are coming down the hall very quickly to this to the cafeteria. So, anything you'd like to do?
Oh, I forgot. Guys, just so you know, even if this is a smiling man, just remember, smiles can't hurt you. People in mirrors can't hurt you. The only thing that can hurt you is your own thoughts. So try to put your thoughts on happy things when you see scary things, and you'll feel better as I give everyone a rally dice.
Last time we ran, we got in trouble, right? So we can't run. We have to wait here and talk to them, right? Right?
Yeah, I assume y'all
think
told me
so.
who it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk. I can talk to them. I'm good at talking. Just need a good excuse. Wait, we're at lunch. We don't need an excuse. And we don't know anything. This is actually perfect.
If this is about Goose's room, I swear, Ace, I swear.
I'll just tell them that I spoke to him this morning. There's nothing to hide there because it was in public. And don't know anything other than that.
Can't prove it was me.
I'll try to steer them away. This is what I'm good at, guys. I can talk to people. I have mad skills.
Are they approaching with like weapons raised, or they're just walking?
Yeah, in fact, now they're grabbing Kelly's arms behind to chain her up.
What? Hey, what's going on?
Okay,
Who
you're
is this?
chained.
Oh, what?
And you're chained up. They're taking you away.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
They're not talking to you.
Oh, damn it! I'm a bard. Talk to me.
You should do something about this, right?
I think Nalen's up and following after them, trying to speak to them as they're dragging Kelly away. Sorry, what are your grounds? Excuse me?
He kind of looks and says, in that one, looking at Ace.
Am I able to like be close enough to Nayland to hand her something?
You can certainly try with finesse.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I want to give her my knife so they don't take it from me. because I think she would know how important it is to me. All right. So D12, right? Yeah. And I'll use my rally dice if I need to. Oh, okay. All right. So that would be with my rally dice. Okay.
Before you say it,
Yeah.
I don't have a hope to do the help action, but can I also like do one of those, like, could I do a finesse roll to see if I could add a +1 as if I'm helping her with the action, like how we do group actions?
Sure.
I was just to say now Ace is gonna bolt after all of this is done.
Is my hope die still a D8? Let me ask that before I roll.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, great. Okay, I got a 20 with hope.
Nice. That's a +1 to the roll that Kelly made.
All right. So I rolled a 23 with hope. So that's a 24 with hope.
Nice. In that case, you're able to quickly put the dagger away into Nalen's hands as you now see there's someone there to grab Ace as well.
Ace is gonna run.
All right, give me agility.
All right, agility. It's my hope to experience the thief for running from authority.
And I have an additional thing to add to what Ace is doing after
Right.
he makes this roll and tells you. But before you tell him the result of what happens.
16 with hope then.
I would let if you will allow me to use my prayer dice to gain hope, and then use my experience of drama queen to position myself so Ace runs into me and I fall over, like either into or like at the feet of the person trying to pursue him, and they trip over me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me finesse.
Okay. I'm going to use my prayer die to give myself hope, and then spend the hope to use my drama queen. And finesse. Drama queen gives me +2. And because that's a little bit low, I'm going to use Kelly's rally dice. It's +4.
8. Well, yeah,
8.
so D8. It's a D8.
D8. Where is the regular dices? So that goes from a 13 to 15 with hope.
Okay. A 15 with hope. That, yeah, I would say they trip like, ah! And
Ow!
by the time they look, Ace has left. Whew! How do you leave? Are you doing window, door?
Yeah, Ace is jumping out another window. I kind of
Nice.
like this.
Yes,
This guy in armor's on top of me, and I'm just like, ow!
Guy screams as he trips over Peridot.
And Ace is heading for the silent quad specifically because he has the dagger on him, and
Yes.
that's where he knows those ghouls will not attack him.
Yes. And specifically then, you each see Peridot, Lies, and Nalen. You see a representative from your house standing directly behind you. In such a manner that in this culture depicts that they are speaking for you and backing you up. and you get immediately this would be why you're not being grabbed. Who do you feel like this is?
Would these people be like high-ranking officials not here in the school, or
They're probably actually people from the school or somehow in the school, either teacher or classmate.
Coach Donner is speaking for Nayland?
Okay. Stands very stoic.
For lies, it would be Crumble Snoot Snoot.
All right. And remind me of the heritage again.
They're the dwarf historian, the cult.
Not right now.
Scope stands. Puts his hand on your shoulder.
I think, despite the, and I feel like Peridot would be questioning why too. The person that stands up for Peridot is actually the nurse, and Peridot would be really suspicious of why the person who tried to have her killed is standing up for her in this moment.
Indeed. As you do that, I would say Coach Donner, kind of knowing the somewhat special relationship between Nayland and Kelly, is going to, somewhat under their breath, Nayland, say, Goose was found earlier today. They don't know if he's going to make it.
Whoa, Nayland is just wide-eyed.
And with that, the three were in different ways. While sitting here, goes, right. Well, to accompany you to with Kelly here, but you're not under direct inquisition. You understand?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not really, but let's go.
And as you walk, Donna then will explain. It was administered by touch. Looks like on the back as if someone was hugging him. Found several witnesses who had said that they had hugged this morning. And they had been accompanied at one point by that really good spy. As the nurse kind of is like, goes, I mean, you have to admit it, he didn't make a thing easy on himself, but he's good at what he does. Of course, he's very talented.
I don't so Ace being a witness, he could help exonerate Kelly. She didn't do this. You have to know she didn't do this.
They all look at each other. We don't know. But Goose's room was found vandalized, his mirror broken. Let's just say there's a lot that points. But just if you have anything, we need to move on it.
And what about Goose? You said it was that it was administered to his back, like someone was hugging him, like poison, or
Poison.
and where is he now? And you said that he was bad, and
I have him in the infirmary being watched. I don't know if there's anything we can do. But we're trying to make him comfortable. It was slow. Something you wouldn't notice right away.
there is something we can do. And Perdo, I think out of the group, she kind of like look at Liza and Nayland, and then kind of throw caution to the wind and be like, I need you to take me to the infirmary right now.
This looks at you. Breathes for a second. Oh dear, you do look rather peaked. Sirs? She's under your responsibility. So this was right, Nayland? Oh, sorry, Peridot. They will begin escorting you to the nurse's office. Anything from Lies? Nayland?
The only one of us has to stay with Kelly.
She'd want it to be you. I'll go with Perdo.
Okay.
I feel sick too.
Oh, she was like this at practice. It must have gotten worse. Fully supporting you as it occurs. As you guys are being led here, next to you, Kelly, finally the head one does begin to speak. And he just says, we are going to sit you down and ask you some questions.
Okay.
Before they sit down, I would like, since we're still like walking during that time.
They're saying that as you all are walking.
I would like to try to send Kelly a message to let her know what we learned.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 17 with hope. So, Kelly, you feel the vines wrap around your arms as Lies just kind of gets close to you, and you hear a whisper come into your mind going, "Prepare yourself. I'm sorry. Something happened to your brother. Goose is hurt. They think you did it. He was poisoned. Peridot and Nayland went to help him. He'll be fine. But prepare yourself. I'm with you." And that's what you receive.
Scully doing anything?
I mean, I don't think she can respond, so she's
No, you can.
like in her mind.
Yeah, it just says we can talk from a long distance. So
Okay. Honestly, I kind of wish you didn't tell me. Now, I might not look as shocked when I hear the news, but just, yeah, well, whatever happened, just, okay. She'll wait for them to ask a question.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, but do bring you to an area of the where the detention building was you haven't seen before. This is much more reminiscent of an interrogation room. A stone table, what looks like a place where people could sit to witness. You can feel that kind of coldness here. There's a scent of sweat and a little mildew, a little less maintained. Just gives a foreboding sense, and even as you put into a chair, it's hard, meant to be uncomfortable.
What is it you'd like to know?
What were your issues with the one you referred to as Goose?
My issues?
Yes.
I went to go see my brother this morning, if that's what you're asking.
Are you saying you had a perfect relationship?
No. Of course not. No sibling has a perfect relationship.
What were those imperfections?
Are you going to interrupt all of my answers?
Okay, all right. Well, as you can see that they put a red X and they write uncooperative.
Why don't you tell me why I'm here? Why are you asking about Goose?
What were the imperfections in your relationship?
Well, when I was 5, he pulled my hair, pushed me on the ground when we were playing games. He sometimes stole my toys. He ripped off one of my doll's heads once. But at the end of the day, he was still my brother, and as we got older, our relationship improved. He's always looked out for me, and I try to always look out for him.
And so this person you can hear holds grudges from childhood.
Where is he? And why are you asking me about him?
Describe the last time you saw him, please.
The last time I saw him, barely remember. I've been blind for quite a while.
The
But
last time you had contact with him.
this morning, I went to check in with him because he's one of the few people who I feel comfortable around. And it's been stressful ever since people have been falsely accusing me of things. It was nice to hear his voice. Do you have any siblings?
Please give us more detail of this interaction.
Well, it was kind of a private sibling conversation. You could ask him. Do you have siblings?
Please stop being uncooperative.
I thought we were talking. I've
Then
answered all your questions.
you have not. You have stopped. Finish the details of your interaction.
As I said, it was a private conversation. However, if you could give me some insight as to why you want to know, maybe I could be more helpful. Is he missing? What's going on?
When this conversation ended, how did you say goodbye?
Well, we mentioned we were going to speak again, and hopefully sooner than later, obviously. And we hugged. And that was that. I haven't seen him since, and you haven't answered why you're asking me any of these questions.
Yes. He was found poisoned earlier. He is in the infirmary. And the likely method of poisoning you have just corroborated. Thank you.
Can I see him?
The GM is very uncomfortable with this joke, but the guard makes the joke since you just slapped his hand for saying it. Apparently not.
Do you see out of your eyes?
Yes.
I'll remember that.
Can give it, cannot take it. And kind of
And I write down. I'm trying to figure out, is Lies like communicating what they're writing to me, or is Lies in the room? Because I'm trying to figure out what I know and what I don't know.
Well, if it, let me see. So there's no really time limit on it, Matt.
yeah,
So,
I mean, this is kind of the scene. I'm good with it.
Yeah, so I think I would be telling you everything that I'm seeing from even how they're acting, like they might stick you in jail.
Yeah. Can I see him?
We will see. Not right now.
Okay. Well, whatever I can do to help you find out who did this. You said it was a poison. Have you investigated, looked for what kind of poison?
Currently, you are the prime suspect and will be detained.
Well, you can check me, I guess. I don't have poison on me.
It was made in the same, administered by what appears to be a hug. You're the last person to have seen hugging him.
By hand or by a needle or
It would have been on the hand, it seems.
on the hand? So it probably has some type of trace residue, right?
We will find what we need.
I hold up my hands. Check them. If I can clear my name to help you find out who did this, I want to do it.
Demonstrate knowledge consistent with a poisoner.
Demonstrate knowledge consistent.
As they write it down.
Oh, they write it down.
Well, they say it aloud too, to let you know too. Like essentially, this is more incriminating that you would have that knowledge.
I asked them about the knowledge.
No, you say residue. They didn't bring up residue.
Yeah, she asked if there was trace residue on the hands. Yes,
Right.
Because they said it was administered by the hand.
Yeah, you brought in that concept,
Yeah.
which they view as incriminating. And
Are you look, if you want to waste time with me, that's fine, but I feel like you'd be better served finding who did this, or at least looking for the poison.
yes.
What am I the only person who hugged my brother today?
Yes.
Really? How do you know?
The only one reported to have done so.
Oh, so the only one in public who's done so.
If we have other reasons, believe me, we will
My-
find them.
My
Plus,
brother.
you have vandalized your place of dwelling.
I'm sorry, I did what?
We went to search the room in which you all were staying.
Yes.
And found it's destroyed of all type, or in a way that would obliterate all evidence.
Ah, so I did that. Is that what we're saying? Me. I obliterated all of the evidence that I can clearly see out of my eyes. That's a great theory.
Well, I'm not saying you did not have conspirators.
Oh, I'm curious now if there are conspirators. Or you're saying there's more than one suspect, but are you questioning more than one person?
I do want to say in your head, Ace ran away, Kelly. He's not with us. It does look bad.
So, let me get this straight. One person was seen in public hugging my brother today, and it never occurred to you that somebody who saw me hug my brother, who maybe doesn't like my brother, saw that and thought, what a perfect way to frame the blind girl. I'm going to be honest with you. This is some pretty shoddy police work. Look, if you're offended by that, I hope so, because I want you to get your ass out there and find out who hurt my brother. You won't even let me see him. He's what? He's sick? Is he dying? Is he wounded? I don't know. You're just sitting here talking to me instead of bothering to think, oh gosh, there could be who knows how many people out there. But no, it's clearly me. It's clearly the person who doesn't even know how to find the evidence in the room who destroyed it. I don't even know what kind of evidence would be left behind inside of a dormitory regarding poison. What, did I bring the poison into my room and then I just ransacked the room instead of having a backup plan? Where would I even get this poison? Have you seen me go anywhere with poison? I spend all of my time going between class to class to class. Everybody knows this because I'm expected to go back to the dorm. Have I been seen anywhere else? No, of course not. this is one of the worst investigations I've ever heard of. And you're lucky that my parents have disowned me. Because if they hadn't, it would be your head right now. And I can guarantee you this. They're not always going to have me on that disowning list. And the moment that I'm off, I'll remember this interrogation. Unless you get your ass out there and start looking at the scene of the crime. Go there. Go where I hugged him. Look for poison there. Look for something. Look for evidence there. Did you find anything? I don't even know what poison we're talking about. I don't know the first thing about poison. I'm kind of a complete ditz if you didn't realize it. Ask me a question about poison. Anything.
They should start laughing. And we will go to Nayland.
Hearing Coach Donner what they think Kelly did, Nayland wants to look at the dagger that Kelly handed her, and she's looking for if she could find anything that seems like poison that maybe Kelly did inadvertently administer it. Maybe because Kelly touched this knife, Nayland would be able to tell if it had been on her hand.
Totally gotcha. So you're trying to like check the knife to see if there's anything on it. Absolutely. Yeah, give me a knowledge roll, please.
Sure. I am gonna add a rally die. And no, I don't actually think that makes any sense. So never mind. I'm just gonna add the rally die. Okay. 20 with hope.
Very cool. And this is Kelly's dagger that she's had on her.
Yeah, she's had this thing since the last world, I think.
Very good. Yeah, I think inspecting this, there does not seem to be any traces of poison.
Great. Okay. I imagine she does this while we're walking to the infirmary. So now that Nayland satisfied that question, she kind of looks to Peridot for what the plan is. And tries to see what Peridot is intending to do.
Peridot has a single mining intent on marching into this infirmary and saving Goose's life if it kills her.
Okay. So there are what looks like Vaudin guards here stationed either side of where Goose is lying. They're not necessarily, particularly guarding against you, but they are there. As she goes, what's this wrong? Sorry, she needs to be treated. Shock and everything. So what does the Peridot want to do?
Peridot's gonna get into the room, and she's gonna immediately try to find where Goose is in this room.
Okay. Yeah, so you can, it's kind of clear at this point. Things have happened so fast. There's a table where he is, and there's two guards on either side of him.
So the first thing is, from where, like, the immediate first is, like what she can visually see of, like, his life signs, like, just visually, like pale, any kind of weird stuff on his face. Has he, like, is there blood that out of his mouth kind of thing, like he's been throwing up blood kind of thing. Just like small, like the smallest visual bits of like what she sees of him.
Of course.
First.
Go ahead, give me a knowledge roll.
Knowledge +0. I kid you not. It is another critical success.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! What is with this? It's a 6. What a critical success since 2 3s.
Okay. Amazing. So you can see signs of intense sweating. They've been here to sweat stuff out. Wet claws and other things look like extreme raise in temperature. Your guess is that Goose here had some resistance to it just by with it progressing, you feel like it should have progressed faster. You see that he's been turned around. He has no shirt on. There's a towel with what looks like this water that's like is almost black now, with a sponge where it looks like it had been washed off of him. At least what they had found. There is some stains on the inside of his shirt, but not the outside. So it would have been passed through the shirt.
This doesn't look like symptoms of what we learned ghost rot to look like, right?
No.
Okay, great.
I didn't think so. Because from my memory of when we were when Ghost Rot was described, it was very festery.
Right. And the nurse would know the difference.
Yeah.
Unless she's evil and a spy or whatever.
Right. Unless she somehow made a thing. Yeah. Correct. And then I would give this to you there, Molly. What are some things about this that you like? So you can give some things. The big thing about this poison is that it is a paralytic. From what you can tell, though, you don't think it would be obvious to that, and in fact, it's in such a way that it eventually would paralyze the lungs, and the victim would ultimately die that way. Rather, but it is temporary in that fashion. We give any details to fill in there.
I think that from like the evidence of like there was like a stain on the outside of on like one part of his clothing that like it was a very small like superficial wound that got the poison into him. That it does and it's like in that area, like that like middle area of your back, that very much seems like it like you would have had to hug somebody for it to be in that spot. And but I think despite all of this, Peridot has like kind of like Goose is involved in this somehow, and whether or not he is part of this, meaning that he is one of like the perpetrators, and is just going around us and whatnot, or not, and is like on his own trying to figure things out, trying to like do things. Peridot knows he's involved somehow, some way, and the only way we'll get like real answers out of him is like being able to speak with him, and that can't happen if he dies. So she's going to bully her way over, and she's going to smack him with a life ward.
Ooh.
And it essentially instead of him making a death move or dying in any sense, they would they would hold at 1 hit point instead.
Fantastic. Is there a roll for this, or you spend your hope, or?
I just spend my hope for it.
Nice. So you push in. What does this look like?
I think Peridot kind of like bursts in. Nayland's kind of trailing behind. The nurse is there next to her, and she goes to say something to the guards that are kind of like there at Goose. And Peridot it has this moment of analyzation, figures the stuff out with the poison, makes her decision, and just kind of like marches through. And the 2 guards are just like, what's going on? Kind of just like, huh? And she just kind of like elbows her way through, and then puts a hand on the center of Goose's chest, and this bright sigil of light just kind of like glows upon his chest, and the color kind of like doesn't like immediately return, but like it's a very visible difference that he no longer looks like on the verge of death. And the sigil, as she pulls her hand away, the sigil kind of like remains, but it's like it's like kind of like this magical vapor almost, that it just like exists above him, and then it kind of like fades a bit into like magical dust almost as it like sinks in. And like you can kind of tell that like it's still present there. So whether or not he has to die in the next couple seconds or not, it's there.
Yeah. I love that. So with that, you can see his temperature suddenly go down, and his breathing labored before, as he was slowly losing the ability to move. Suddenly, deep chest breaths. And this relaxation, this gentle movement, though he's still unconscious. And the guards kind of react as the nurse says, "Hold on. He is stable. Good job, Peridot."
Yeah. Peridot kind of she's almost a little like even though like she can't really be out of breath, she feels like this just weighted exertion, and she's just like, her shoulders are kind of like heaving a bit as if she were like out of breath, and she kind of like turns around, and I think she would be wanting to know like like what expression is on the nurse's face. Like, does she look relieved?
Very nice.
Because she doesn't trust her at all. She does not trust this nurse.
Well, yeah, I think. Yeah, give me an instinct roll.
If Molly, if you have the hope to spend, I have a feature that allows you to spend a hope to add one of my experiences to your roll if I help you, in addition to my help.
I don't. I
Okay.
used all of it to save Goose. But I rolled a 10 with hope.
Okay. I think you look and everything looks like relief. She grabs your hand. Oh, that is great. Excellent. And she looks to the guards. How fortunate you knew exactly how to do such a thing. Without even a proper examination. How to cure. Something we didn't even know from our time this morning. The guards begin moving towards Peridot. And we were in there for tonight.
Your mind
Camera
is-
moves in on Peridot. She says, "Oh shit."
What are you saying, Robin?
You're disgusting and sick. That's what I'm saying.
Abby!